Hi everyone, welcome to Matchbox Coffee. I'm here with my friend Ginger, and we're going to be developing a special blend for Ginger. And we're going to take you through the process on how to do that from start to finish. So let's dive in. So we have all of our coffees lined up. We have 6 different coffees that we're going to be trying on their own. So these are single origin coffees.
Okay.
So each of these are from a specific place, specific region. There's no mixing of anything. That's what we're going to be doing. So we already have these ground. So the first process in the cupping is we're going to smell the dry grounds.
Smell them. Oh, I like this.
Yeah. So way
Okay.
to do that is you can either cover the cup with your hand, give it a little shake, get your nose in there and smell. That way you're getting those little releases
Oh, I like that.
of the fragrance, and you're able to see just what it smells like without it being brewed or anything.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Nice.
Let's
Would
try
ya?
this. Guatemala.
Oh yeah, go over each of the coffees as
Yes,
well.
yes, I like this. Oh my goodness.
So you can kind of smell the differences
Wow.
between each one. Cool.
So good.
Yeah. So we have a Kenya, I'll switch you again. We have a Kenya, an Ethiopia, Guatemala, Brazil, Colombia, and an El Salvador. So
What's next?
next, once we smell them, we're going to pour hot water into cups. So we're
Okay.
going to start the brewing process.
Let's do
So
that.
grab our kettles behind us. Grab that one. And I'm gonna grab my timer out.
Okay.
These are going to...
How much time do we need?
These are gonna brew for 4 minutes. Set my little alarm. Oh, I'll do stopwatch. Okay. So when you do pour, make sure you fill all the way up to the top.
Okay.
Make sure all the grounds get saturated in the water.
Any specific pattern or anything?
Just in a circle is good.
Okay.
Ready?
Sorry, pouring
That's okay.
already.
Ready, set, go. You can kind of move the cup around if you need to as well
Cool.
to get better grip on that. All the way up to the top.
Oh, I love this.
Now that we have broken the crust, we're going to now clear all the gunk or the residue that's left on top.
Okay, how do we do that?
Do you want to pass me one of those cups and 2 spoons, please?
Okay.
Okay.
2 spoons.
2 spoons. So this is a fun little part. It can get a little tricky, but you grab some too. You'll do it with me. I'll show you. I'll go right next to you.
Okay.
So you're gonna have them meet like this, and the goal is to not let any room for the grounds to escape or the residue to escape.
Okay.
So I start out like this, the spoons always touching, and you just kind of pull the spoons out towards, or out, not towards anything. And scoop it up like so.
Oh, wow. Do I need to get the rest of that?
Yeah, so you can do it a couple times.
Just get like that. Nope, that didn't
And
work.
it just gets that all off so that you can actually sip
Enjoy
and
it.
drink the
Okay.
coffee. Yeah.
Ooh, that's super cool.
Let you do
Got
those
it.
Over there. I'll do them over here. Just skimming on top.
Oh, wow, that's so
Yes.
cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm spilling it. I'm not a pro
There you
here.
go.
Thank you for
Try,
saving me
when
from
you
that.
Scoop up, you can try to not dig so deep.
Oh, whoops.
So that-
Okay, you get less
There you go. Yeah.
coffee out.
Just like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through the tasting wheel before we get into tasting, just so you know what to do.
That looks like when you go to get your nails done. They give you that. Is that what the same? No.
It's just
Okay,
really fun
no,
and
I'm kidding.
colorful. It's
I
fun to
like the
match
colors.
flavors with colors. So how this works is it is pretty broad on the inside, so you can
Okay.
see you got sweet, spices, roasty, other, green or vegetable.
Green and vegetables. What?
Yeah. So
Is that okay? I guess that's when you have just the green coffee bean.
No, there can be coffees that can taste very savory and like green beans.
Okay.
Some people like that, you know?
Interesting.
So when you do taste coffee, you start with, okay, what's the general flavor that I'm tasting? And then you move outward to get more specific. So for fruity, you got fruity. And then are you tasting citrus fruity, like an orange, or more of like a dried fruit?
Wow.
And then you just keep working your way
Okay.
out to get more specific,
Oh, wow.
to pinpoint what you're tasting.
How do you train your palate to know?
It takes a long time.
A
There
lot
are
of coffee.
some like I think they're called super tasters, where they have like more taste buds than an average person.
Super caffeinated. That's what they're called, actually, and super
Oh,
caffeinated.
got it. Because they're trying coffee all the time.
Oh my goodness.
No, but yeah,
that's
it can take a
crazy.
lot of training. There's
love it.
some like, even some smell or some scent training kits that you can get where you smell
like
it.
that.
I know it's smell, not tasting, but
Wow.
that
is
helps
super
train,
cool.
yeah,
That is super, super cool.
coffee cuppers.
I like it.
So, okay, our 4 minutes is up. So we are going to break the crust. So you can see the crust is formed.
Okay. Do I just grab one of these?
Oh, I'll give you this one.
Oh, you have one?
Yes, those are our clearing ones.
I like it.
So crust is formed. The goal is to break the crust, and we're gonna get really low, our nose to be
Right.
just hovering over the coffee. And when we break the crust, a lot of gases are going to be released, and that's what we want to smell. So
Okay.
get low, and you don't dive all the way, or don't dive too deep, just a little swirl and sniff.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
And then, yep, a little rinsing cup right there, and you just go,
You go to the next
yep,
one.
let's break
Okay.
all of them. And so just keep in mind what you are smelling, how each one differs from the other.
That Colombian is good.
Do you have a favorite single origin or at the moment? Do you know?
I would get some from El Salvador when I was there, and Honduras, and
Yeah,
I loved that.
some good ones.
So those were a few of my favorites
Yeah.
for years.
Nice. This one's nice. That's
Sorry.
okay. No, that's great. Yeah, and you just want to make
All
sure you
right.
don't agitate it again. So if you want, you can just
Gotcha.
go over and smell these ones, and I'll smell those ones. But we're not going to stir it again
Wow.
because we don't want to agitate it again because it can mess it
Ethiopian is
up.
good. Kenya. Okay.
Nice.
Guatemalan.
Okay.
I like it. So do we just grab a cup of this and taste it?
No, so we are going to grab what we call cupping spoons. So right there, that's yours. Kind of looks like a soup spoon. So these are used, and it helps. We slurp out of them and
Slurp.
So the goal is
Okay.
to spray our tongue or palate with the coffee all at the same time. So the
I
slurping, it sprays it back
Okay. Okay.
there. So you just get a little bit.
Should I try one of these?
You can, let's start with the Kenya.
Okay.
Both with the Kenya. Just pour it back in there. That's okay. Good, a little bit. You can dump a little bit out. Start out with a small amount.
Okay.
Cool. So how you do it, you can rest it on your bottom lip and then just kind of quickly inhale, but don't get into your lungs. I mean,
What will happen if it gets into my
you'll
lungs?
just cough, goes down the
Okay.
wrong pipe, that stuff. That happens, and that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that like mom jokes or something?
Oh.
It's terrible. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, ready? See, I almost choked there.
I feel like I should slurp louder.
It happens. I inhaled air.
Okay.
Okay, so just let's do another one.
Okay.
So that's more what it's supposed to sound like, but there's some real good professionals out there that get a real high pitch note. Anyways, okay, so this is the Kenya. So usually Kenyas are pretty savory coffees. So what I'm kind of pulling from this one, it definitely does have that mild, savory tasting note, but there's also like a vegetal tasting note. Are you getting that at all?
Oh, wow. It's like greens, like you're
Yeah.
eating a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. We can even get more specific.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of greenery in there.
A little bit of greenery. I love it.
A little bit of vegetal tasting notes, but I'm also pulling a lot of tomato, and that's something that really Kenya's stand out in, is they taste like tomatoes, and not just like a regular tomato. Some taste like little tiny tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I can get more into detail.
That's
you know,
really
there's
cool.
a bunch of different
Wow.
flavors out there, but
What is this one?
this one is the Ethiopia.
Okay.
Ethiopias tend to be higher in acidity and also really fruity coffees.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can kind of taste. It's not like bitter in the back of your tongue, but it's a nice. When I say acidity, it's kind of like
Tart
a
grapefruit?
citrus. Yeah,
Grapefruit, almost? Okay.
but it also
Wow.
has a really sweet berry to it too. That one's
wow.
more aiming towards a little bit of blueberry in there.
Wow.
Yeah, so Ethiopias are really fun. I like to mess with those. Okay, so Guatemala. Let's dive in. You get a spoonful first. Follow.
Is that enough?
You can do a little bit more if you want.
Okay.
Perfect. Nice. So when you are tasting as well, you can also dive into the body and the mouth feel. So when I say body, it's like how watery or silky or thick does it feel on your tongue? So this one is, I'd say it's got a medium body. Like it's not super watery or clear, you could say it that way. But it's got a nice little syrupy mouthfeel to it. And Guatemalans are just a really good coffee to blend too, because they have a lot of chocolate tasting notes, like more sweet chocolate, like milk chocolate, fudge.
I like that.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are
really
my
good.
Those are my kind.
It's really good.
I like that.
Okay, Brazil. Brazil are also really good.
It's just
Blender.
these are
coffees and
they're all
too.
amazing.
Glad you like them.
They're so good.
Yeah. Brazil is a really just classic
Oh,
coffee.
now that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
You get, this one is a little bit more towards the dark chocolate range,
Okay.
because you can get a little bit of that bitterness, but it's not an unpleasant one. It's like if you like dark
Yes.
chocolate,
it's like
you're
a
gonna
sweet bitterness.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. I mean,
Sweet
do
bitter
you
is
like,
what dark chocolate is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
And it's also very nutty and more of a heavy body too. If you can kind of feel on your tongue that
like
it's kind
that.
of lingering more.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And then what is this one?
That one is the Colombia. Finish my little sip right there. So
Colombia.
Colombias, those can tend to be a little bit more lemony at first, or when you first
Okay.
taste it. So a little bit higher in acidity. Also kind of a medium body as well. But also this one's a little bit savory as well. So it's
I
kind
really
of,
like it.
yeah.
I definitely like that
Nice. Yay.
one. So good. And then what is our last one
Last
here?
one, El Salvador.
El Salvador.
So this one I feel like where El Salvador coffee is kind of similar to Guatemala as well, where it's more of that milk chocolate sweetness, medium body. I didn't say the body for the Ethiopia. Those ones are more light bodies, bodied coffee.
That's good.
Yeah, so
Very
again,
cool.
we're getting more of that chocolate sweetness. And I don't know, maybe a little bit of spice What are you tasting some spice? It's fun to
amazing.
stretch, yeah.
They're all so good.
Yay!
Thanks for explaining it too.
Of
'cause
course,
it's
yeah.
just so fun to like see the wheel and then try to like train your palate
Yeah,
to be able to decipher just, you know, between them.
totally. And as they continue to cool down, continuing to go and taste each one, you can also pull more and more flavors from each one as well. They're able to, you're able to get more specific with them as well. So that's fun.
That's
Pinpoint the
awesome.
Flavors, yeah.
Thanks for showing me.
Of course.
I'm telling you, this is so delicious. I think my favorites out of all of them, if I had to choose.
Yes, please do. 'Cause we
Guatemala,
Okay.
Brazil, and Colombia.
Nice.
I know they're like all three in a row, but those are so good.
Those are
They're amazing.
really good ones, and really good for blending too. So there we go. You picked some good ones. Awesome. Well, let's move on to experimenting with these three and creating our blend, making our ratios right.
So fun.
Great.
Let's go.
Great. So we have the 3 coffees that you picked from the cupping, favorite ones. So we have Guatemala, Brazil, and Colombia. So let's mess around with some ratios and create our blend.
How do we do that?
Let's start with Brazil. Brazil is a good base to start with. So let's do 2 scoops. If you want to scoop into your cup, this is how we
Okay.
create the blend. We'll mix it all
2
into the
scoops.
cup. Perfect. On the scoop. And you really like the Guatemala, and that's a really good one too. So let's do 2. Let's do 2 scoops of the Guatemala as well.
Yes, this one is so good.
Perfect.
So good.
And to kind of balance out those 2 really rich coffees, let's just do 1 scoop of Colombia, since it has that a little bit more acidity in that one than these 2. And it'll just kind of be a nice little pop. So let's taste this.
Now we get to drink it.
Yeah, we can drink it now. We don't have to slurp it.
Let's go. That's amazing. And nailed it.
Did you
Thanks
find-
for explaining all those flavors too. I love this. This is Ginger's blend.
Yeah?
This is it.
Found the one?
Yep.
Yay.
This is it.
I love it.
Let's drink it all.
That's good. Cheers.
Cheers. So good.
Well, guys, it's here. The blend is now available, and we were both super excited to be able to give this to you guys.
Yes, I'm so excited. Ginger's blend is now available. If you click the link in the description, you can get your bag of Ginger's blend now. So go check it out, guys.